Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries run-through of Legacy of the Duelist, and in this episode we'll be finally finishing off the Duelist Kingdom Heart with our rematch against Pegasus in Match of the Millenium. As we're going to use Slow Burn again, because Slow Burn is just a significantly more consistent / better deck than most of the story decks in the DM era.
I gotta say, I am thoroughly enjoying these little card previews, especially when it shows cards that I've never heard of, like Metamorphotress. Metamorphotress.
Alright, so we technically have access to the Solar Flare Dragon Lock here, and I'm thinking that's what we're gonna attempt to try to do.
Okay, so you end your turn, and he's going to take the bait. He might take the bait to get another Toon Table of Contents.
Yeah, to get another Toon Table of Contents for Toon World. He's supposed to fish out all three of them, but oh well.
Why is the computer thinning out its own deck?
For consistency reasons. Unfortunately, he instead of taking the bait, brought out Relinquished immediately. So sorry,
he did not take the bait. It's alright, UFO Turtle understands. He is a turtle. He will crawl back in his shell.
Thankfully, Dark Sanctuary is going to protect us. Haha.
Yay. Now, what happens to Toon Goblin Attack Force? Oh, he stays in attack
because his attack was negated.
You could have gone either way on that. Honestly, I think the move in that case would have been... Well, perish the thought. Attack him directly for 2,000. Yeah. Well, now we're gonna fucking win because he doesn't have any goddamn cards in his hand.
He got a really explosive first turn, bringing out Relinquished, Toon Goblin Attack Force, and, stealing our shit. But now, we're so far ahead that it doesn't really matter what he gets.
We spent all this time getting together, the boys with the pitchforks and the shotguns and the torches, and they come out on the opposite side of the battlefield carrying spit wads and slingshots. No, Toon World.
Killing that is much more important because it was safe zone. Plus, I drew into another MST, so I can just blow up Toon World and say, "Fuck you, Toon Mermaid."
Well, hey, that's bullshit, man. You did not know you were going to draw on a Mystical Space Typhoon. You made a misplay, and I want you to acknowledge it.
But it wasn't a misplay because if I had blown up Toon World and blown up Toon. To be perfectly honest, either way that I do that, I actually do win. Okay. And so we have successfully bested Pegasus with Slow Burn. Haha. And yes, off screen, all of the souls have returned to their bodies safely. Grandpa wakes up in the hospital, Mokuba and Kaiba escape on a helicopter, and Yami Bakura steals the Millennium Eye. We will not get the resolution to that, believe it or not. That's right. One of the big things that they skip for this game, because there's not all that much dueling that happens, is the Millennium D&D arc. Oh, I totally forgot that.
Millennium D&D.
Yes. As it turns out, because we're not going to cover it. This is the intro to Battle City, so that everyone knows what happens here. Since we're not going to cover it, the reason why Yami Bakura steals Pegasus' Millennium Eye is because he is actually the Thief King Bakura, and the soul of the Thief King Bakura is possessing the Millennium Ring. And Thief King Bakura very specifically sets up a Shadow Millennium game at the very end of the show. That is technically season 5. It's technically season 5, but there's a transitioning period between season 4 and it, so it gets kind of confusing. Anyway, that arc is the whole reason why Yami Bakura is going around trying to steal Millennium items. Because he is setting up a time travel / alternate reality plot where he exposes what the evils that the Pharaoh Atem was doing during his pharaohing days.
I do kind of like this little backdrop that we have. That just like Battle City, we are in a city. Yes, it's a road.
Also, we open with Fiend's Hand Mirror, a card that will straight up never actually get successfully resolved.
Darn it! He foiled our defense play. Oh shit!
It's just Soul Taker. We're fine. The actual issue is that that was literally the best monster we had in our hand, and now we don't have anything. Come on, Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress number 1. Pretend that you have attack points. Roar! Oh, it's Cyberjar.
Don't attack a monster. Oh, Cyberjar, nice. Is Cyberjar still banned,
yes,
or did they finally decide? What the fuck?
Oh, I will explain why Cyberjar is banned in a moment, okay? But this is one of the only instances that we actually get to see Cyberjar resolve successfully, and what we get out of it is 2 monsters.
Which is cool.
Celtic Guardian and Griffor.
And because they're summoned in attack mode, we can attack with them immediately.
Yes. But he gets Mechanical Chaser.
Damn it.
That's
that
Solemn
was,
Judgment.
in fact, a card that
Ground Attacker
had. I remember as early
Machine
as
King,
the GBA games
and
that he did always have
Mechanical
Mechanical
Chaser.
Chaser.
He got 3 monsters off of his Cyberjar. Damn it.
Like, damn it, I need a Gemini Alpha Reverse Raider.
And we don't have either of those
point
because we're playing
advantage.
what is effectively the Yugi structure deck.
Oh, this sucks.
Okay.
But. We can do this.
Yeah, we can steal his Mechanical Chaser, and then no, that's right. We can sacrifice his Mechanical Chaser and give him our Griffor.
Summon him in attack mode.
And then we can use
They
our...
can
Alright, we're going to
cry
save
from
our
mother.
other ancient rules. Okay. Anyway, the reason why Cyberjar is banned right now is not because it's too powerful. It's actually for an entirely different reason. Resolving Cyberjar takes 5 fucking minutes.
Fucking tournaments. Man, that is a fucking petty reason.
It is a very petty reason.
To have a card
but then
ban.
you remember that each individual duel is only supposed to take approximately between 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and because of that, a card effect that on its own requires 5 minutes to resolve is just not very healthy for that kind of play. And yes, we got our asses kicked because Bandit Keith's Cyberjar was just significantly better than ours. I didn't get Mirror Force, you stupid out of context tips. Yeah. Back to slow burn. Yeah.
So, well, there's your problem right there. You didn't retry the duel enough times to actually draw the Mirror Force.
Yeah. I honestly really do really dislike Yugi's Duelist Kingdom deck for the most part. Mostly because it's absolutely loaded with a bunch of normal monsters. When Yugi is supposed to have been collecting the cards, from the steroid of being in a game shop for the past year, so he should have access to Hain and Man-Eater bugs, and yet he specifically is tied to a bunch of normal monsters that he likes using instead of cards that are actually good. Now, mind you, I am guilty of that, most certainly. But at least the cards that I use, at least the cards that I like, because I like using them, actually do have additional benefits than me just liking to use them. Like Breaker the Magical Warrior. It is a card that I mostly use because it has a really good spell and trap destruction effect on it. But if I'm not using it for that, it also is a 1900 beat stick.
Right, which was always the cool thing about Breaker. He gave you options. And then he dies.
But he dies very slowly, so there's that. Zombino, I admit, is here mostly because I need the stat line. Although it is a rather adorable Earth Zombie. Oh, look, another Cyberjar.
Judge.
Guardian Sphinx, Mecha Bunny, Zombino, there we go. And Flame Veil Guard.
Oh, we lucked out, eh?
And Dark Hole. Yes, we want to special summon all of these. Mecha Bunny goes into face down defense mode.
You do have Synchro Monsters in your extra deck,
I have
right?
Synchro Monsters in my extra deck.
Nice. Is there any that we could use in this case?
Let's see. This case, I would go for either 7 or 5. And my 7, I think right now, is actually just Scrap Archfiend. I wouldn't want to go into him then. My 5 at the moment, I think, is... It's not Catastor. I don't have Catastor yet. I will get Catastor later, but I don't have it yet. Let me think. What is my 5 at the moment? I have a 5. I do. I just don't remember what it is. Is it Cirrus? It might be Cirrus.
A good choice in any case.
Cirrus is okay. 2400 attack, and if it dies in battle, it can subtract 2400 attack from any monster on the field. It's really nice. Oh, Lure of Darkness. Another tribute to the Doom to blow up our Zambino. He discarded Curse of Fiend, which is a card he would never get to successfully play. Machine Conversion Factory. Thank you, Dark Sanctuary.
Yay. So the computer always picks heads when it rolls for a Dark Sanctuary?
No, to be perfectly honest. I'm not entirely sure if it. I don't know what it always picks, but I don't think it always. I don't think it has an always trigger on it. To be perfectly honest. I think it will randomly pick between the two options, and then it will resolve the effect.
With a lot of randomization.
Like there, he specifically picked heads, but it landed tails on his side. It's not clear that that's what happened, but yeah.
Right. You can infer that he made the wrong choice because it subtracts from his life points after the computer flips the coin.
Right.
Take more damage.
I already have game on board. I'm just waiting for my turn to come around again. See, he picked heads there and it landed heads. All right, let's win. Zone of the Spirit, I summon thee.
Summon and then fissure. Switch all your monsters to attack mode. You have the option to summon Guardian Sphinx to get more attack power.
But I don't need to summon
just,
Guardian Sphinx for more attack power. In fact, I only need to attack once in order to win this game right now. Behold, Zone of the Spirit will crash into Lava Golem. Deal 3,000 points of damage.
God damn.
And then UFO Turtle will crash into Lava Golem, allowing me to special summon Solar Flare Dragon for game.
Solar Flare Dragon for game. End turn, 500 burn, die.
I fucking love that play, to be perfectly honest. I am very attached to Solar Flare Dragon for game.
Well, it is a deadlock.
Alright, and this is one of the instances where Yami Bakura actually shows off that he is both evil and manipulative, but he's not necessarily on the same side as the other evil people throwing around. Ooh, we got a Cyber Jar. Sweet. And here we go, one of the more difficult fights in the game, but we're not doing it now because we've successfully closed the bridge on Duelist Kingdom. So let's go buy some packs. We're going to show off what's in Joey's pack, specifically a bunch of stuff that is famous for Joey running, as well as some new stuff like the Incantation archetype that I'm not going to ever show off or explain because I'm not familiar with it. But there's a bunch of rituals. There's Vanity's Ruler. I believe Vanity's Fiend is also in here, as well as Majesty's Fiend. But you also get a bunch of the upgraded Red Eyes stuff, specifically Red Eyes Zombie Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. I don't think Dragoon is in the pack, but it might be. Ooh, Roulette Barrel. I like Roulette Barrel. Azera Ritual. You get a bunch of different Bandit Keith ritual stuff in here. But yes, we also pulled Meteor Black Dragon, a card from Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories that is extremely popular.
Ritual Weapon. That card used to be cool.
Did you ever actually run a deck that could run Ritual Weapon? Also, I fucking love Perfect Machine King. One of my...
I definitely tried to use Ritual Weapon.
No, the big problem is, if you recall, Ritual Weapon has got the same limitation that Fusion Weapon does, and that it can't be equipped on anything higher than level 6.
Also, you put it on Relinquished, because not only does Relinquished buff its own attack power, it gets plus 1,500.
Yeah. Also, we pulled 2 Claw of Hermos, which is cool, just not really all that interesting. There's Red Eye Spirit, Labyrinth Wall, another My Body is a Shield. And in the next episode, we will continue on with Battle City. Be safe, everybody.